So we get a quick preview at the top, of course, of the season to come. The pods, the proposals, the reveals. We have someone saying, I should have never come here. I'm done.
Oh, God.
So we have some dramas coming as well. And look like a lot of tears on these wedding days. Yeah.
Yes. Somebody got into a car in a dress sobbing.
Yeah, it's not looking good. We meet the cast. We meet our hosts, Matt and Emma Willis. I had to look them up because I'm like, who are these people? So Emma, she's hosted Big Brother for like mad years.
Oh, okay.
She's also the current host of The Voice UK. And she's hosted The Circle season 2 and 3. So she's like pretty famous.
Why is there a Voice UK?
Why is there
UK listeners? Has anyone come from The Voice UK? Because not man nigga has come out of The Voice US.
Couldn't name them. I have no idea.
Wow.
I know. I think didn't The Voice start in the UK? I think it started in the UK.
They like those shows where you hit a button and turn around.
Yeah. Or like the let the people vote type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That too. Yeah.
So that's her. And then her husband is like a musician / actor. Used to act on EastEnders, which is like a famous.
Right.
Show. So anyways, they recap the present premise. Of course, everybody gets engaged, sight unseen. You got 4 weeks together in the real world, and then you decide if you want to get married. So the pods are open. Everybody goes off. And we're going to work through this like a couple by couple or like triangle by triangle. I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah.
So, okay, Freddie and Catherine, Ollie and Demi, because there's kind of some overlap.
Okay.
So Freddie, he's the funeral director with the very cringe Instagram from cast bios, like selfies and body shots in every photo.
Oh my God. And the selfies had a head tilt, guys.
Head tilt filter. It was giving I'm a funeral director and I like don't have friends. So I don't know that people don't take photos like this anymore. That's what it seemed to me. It seems so out of touch with like how people operate social media in 2024.
The way you said giving was something so specific. Was it not though? Like that is a very personal read from someone very close to the funeral industry.
I know. I'm all up in this. Well, that's what was given to me. I'm like, you spend more time around these bodies than you do people your own age who would tell you that we don't take selfies like this anymore. Like, what?
Yeah.
Anyways, this is Freddie. He literally said he's surrounded by death every day. It's affected his dating life. It limits how he's able to meet people. He's probably spending a lot more time with like old people.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of young folks.
And probably old people who are like, he set me up with her granddaughter.
Right.
Like, just like foolishness.
So he meets Catherine. She's from Jersey, which we learned during Cast Bios is like a little island off the coast of Spain or something, but it's technically Great Britain.
Yeah.
And yeah, his parents used to live in Jersey. They both love to work out. They both work out like twice a day, which is nuts.
Would you consider that a red flag?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right?
2-a-days? Okay. What are you training for? Why are you doing that? What are you doing?
Do you know something we don't?
Right.
What are you working through that you have to work out and distract yourself that much
for that
physically
many
exert
hours.
that much?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Twice a day. Yeah. If it's not like a hobby, right? You have like dodgeball and then you have the gym.
Or if you're literally training for a marathon, like that's the only other way I can see why you would need to like, get your steps in or whatever the fuck. Also, I didn't like this question. That should be an illegal question. They should not be talking about working out. I don't think.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I feel like that, it's hard, but like culture, sometimes I guess you're talking about yourself, so it's going to come up. But certain things, definitely with the working out, I feel like people are doing it to kind of suss out what this body, is she active? Like, what is her body made?
Yeah, what does she look like?
Yeah. So I'm always a little like on that.
See, I would like to know, because if you're working out twice a day, I need to know.
Yeah. For the other side of this, yeah. Anyways, Freddie, he has a brother who has Down syndrome. She teaches kids with Down syndrome how to swim because she does swim teaching. So they have, good vibes all around. Now, Catherine, she's very cute, right? Cute little blonde girl. She's, quintessential tired of being judged on her looks. And she gets into the pod with Ollie, who remember I said during the cast bio, I was like, I'm curious about the voice thing, whether you could tell like a Black British voice.
Yes. Yep.
I was like, oh, Ollie, I can hear it. There's a little, I don't know what the linguists will say, like a inflection or something that you can tell that he is a Black man on the other side of the wall for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, they vibe also on like activities. He does kickboxing, she boxes as well. They have a lot of fun chatting. And yeah, she's like, she loves his voice. She's like trying to suss out like, oh, I think he's so hot. Now Ollie, who does kind of look like Craig David, I will give him that.
He does. That wasn't a lie. And they all sang to him as well.
When he came in the room, yes. He has been told that he dates with his eyes. But he claims he knows himself.
The fact that he's been told and not told himself is such a red flag.
It's such a red flag. People have told you this. He claims he knows himself better now. And so he's, trusting himself to do this process better than how he would, I guess. So he goes to the pod with Demi. Demi's so cute. His outfit is terrible, but it's okay.
I wish I wish we could provide a stylist for Demi pre-packing. Because if Demi had a stylist, Demi would look way better. Demi would look like Mariah if she had somebody like Maria. Maria. She would look like Maria. Before she left, who dresses really well for her body. But Demi is having a hard time. She's kind of tomboy. So
I was about to say, she's giving tomboy vibes. So I don't think she like does this, like dress up all this often, But anyways, they bond also over boxing. She shares that she plays a lot of sports actually, so she has a lot of guy friends, but her issue is she's always friend zoned. She's a good vibe, she's like a good chat, she's like really chill and easy to talk to and hang out with, but like that's always been her issue. But just like everybody else, she has good vibes with him. They're vibing. They have a nice little cute little convo. Very interesting, she asks if he wants kids, and he says he does, but acknowledges that there are some women who can't have kids, so he's open.
Love it. I love that.
It's so interesting that he brought that up.
I know. I think more people are more aware of it now.
Yeah, but men, I envision they don't know anything about fertility in women's bodies.
Really?
Right? Yes. So I was like, oh, interesting that he would even like say something like that. Like,
I would think nice. So. I would think they know a little bit. There's like commercials and shit now. There's hers. There's like ads and shit you see,
I would hope so. But yeah, it was very interesting that he brought that up, particularly given what we learned about Demi later in the episode. So anyways, Ollie now, right, he's torn between Catherine and Demi. Catherine, he feels like sexual vibes. With Demi, it definitely feels more like genuine. Catherine is being very open in the quarters about, being into Ollie. Demi's like keeping it to herself. Which is how you need to move, I think.
Smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Catherine goes back in with Freddie, the funeral director, right? She's crying all the time. She's always crying.
All the time. She's always crying or like hysterically laughing, hyena level.
Right.
Hysteria.
Exactly. It's like up to here with her emotions. They learn that their grandparents have the same name. So just like little things, keep aligning.
Can we get a blood test?
I know. And yeah, she's like, she just feels like he's home to her. But she's still into Ollie. She can feel the sexual vibes through the screen. So Ollie and Demi are still having, good chats, but she's very obviously falling for him more. She literally says, I think to somebody in the pods or the quarters that he's the one. And she eventually tells him, my heart is here, like chooses him pretty early on. Like this wasn't that deep into the episode. This is episode 1 still. And she tells him like, I'm here. You're my choice. And he tells her flat out, like, I'm not 100% sure yet. I still have another girl.
Yeah.
So that sucks. But I mean, that's fair. Now, Catherine and Demi, they have a chat because at some point they find out that they're both talking to Ollie.
It's the same guy. Yeah.
So same thing. Catherine's trying to get the tea. Demi's being very coy. And Demi says in her confessional, like, I find it really hard to put myself first. Generally, she'd want to like not step on anybody's toes and like dip out. But she said it's time for me to put myself first, or else I'm going to be sitting at home by myself with my 10 cats, and I don't even like cats. So I'm glad she like stood up for herself, because there is usually that one nice girl who's like, I just don't want to be involved in the triangle, so I'll just X myself out. No, bitch, go get your man. Like, this is the time. Catherine was a little shady in her confessional. I don't know if you caught that.
I did. So did Catherine.
That's true. She caught herself the minute she said it. She was like, oh God. That's not nice to say. She said about Demi and Ollie, I don't see them together on the outside.
The fuck does that mean, Catherine?
She's suspecting, just from his voice, that he's tall and very attractive. And she finds herself to be more attractive than Demi. So she thinks she's a better, suit for him.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's them. Now, Sabrina and Steven, another little boring couple. There's always one.
Yeah. Yeah, they are very boring, these two.
She's from Belfast, hopeless romantic, was very close to her grandma, recently passed away. Steven was the guy in the cast bios with like the very dapper looking suit. And he's interesting because he's one of 4 brothers. He went to an all-boys school. He runs a CrossFit gym, like very like manly man, but is like very in touch with his emotions and like can talk feelings, and which is, really refreshing, I would say.
I would say too. And I think it's nice that he feels so comfortable being a man, and that's why he's so comfortable with his emotions.
Yeah. Right? He's not threatened. He doesn't feel any, type of way about anything related to his masculinity. Yeah. So interesting how that works.
Isn't it?
I think that's really what it is. Just men just not feeling comfortable in their own skin. Or like, oh, come on. He's just so comfortable with himself. He doesn't feel threatened by people calling him any type of way because he's an emotional dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he, I guess because he does so many manly activities that he's proven so much manhood already and manliness already that he doesn't need to prove anymore. So if he cries on camera, it doesn't matter because he owns a CrossFit gym. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, they bond over, they have the same morning routine. They both love meditation, gratitude journaling.
A lot of this. A lot. Yeah, y'all in the UK are into your gratitude journal.
The self-help speaking. Yeah, they're speaking the same language. So yeah, they kind of vibe over, they both lost a grandparent and they're both wearing their grandparents' jewelry, which I thought was really interesting.
Yes. I'm so jelly.
Yeah.
I wish I had my
this was cool. He had his grandfather's ring that he said he's been wearing since he was 8, and like as his fingers have grown, like he's just moved the ring around all his fingers, which I love that. That's so cool. Now the topic of kids comes up. And she says she's okay if she doesn't have kids. She didn't say she doesn't want kids.
Never said that. Nope.
She just says she's okay if she doesn't. She's not pressed. She's like mid-30s and she's like whatever. He does want kids. That makes it like very known, so it's like a little awkward at first, but initially, they eventually get back into the pods, talk about it again, and she clarifies that she doesn't need a kid, but she also, because she's in her mid-30s, she doesn't even know if she can biologically have one by 30 or 39 when they probably have the kid, but she's open to surrogacy and adoption, and she seems like very open to it now. I was a little confused, honestly, by her, because
I have some questions for the UK listeners or anybody who lives in the UK like with a visa. I know y'all got free healthcare, but how much is it? Because you can't say stuff like this. Is this flipping in America?
Surrogacy,
unless you have a lot of money.
Yeah, surrogacy is just not a real thing unless you're like a celebrity. Nobody's doing surrogacy and they're a normal person. Ain't nobody got money for that? You gotta pay some bitch's life for a whole year. So when she kind of just threw that out, I was like, what? Yeah, I felt the same. I was like,
yes. So I have a lot of questions around costs because that's why we don't say that in America, because it costs $500,000.
Literally a yearly salary of another human. Like,
so especially for surrogacy, even for IVF, it can get up to like $50,000, $100,000. Like you could be paying off that kid for a while. Jessel said she's still paying off them kids. No. And they're about to go to preschool.
God. And they're rich. Like,
and they're rich.
Oh God, that's horrible.
So I just have a question. Email 2blackgirls1rose if you can just break down for us in a very like we're 5 way about surrogacy and alternative births.
Yeah. So yeah, she went from being like, I don't know, I don't need kids, to I'm open to surrogacy, adoption, whatever. Then we learned some more about Sabrina, her past. Her parents divorced when she was 13. Her dad, after the divorce, was like MIA, stopped contacting her. And then she learned that her dad wasn't her dad.
At 28,
like,
I think?
Dumb old. Way too old mother to be telling me this.
Yeah, what?
What in the hell? Her dad was actually some like Italian guy that like went back to Italy. Like, she knows nothing.
And apparently his name was Sabrino.
Oh, really? I missed that.
Yeah, she's named after.
Mother. Mom.
Yeah. She said, I'm named after a person I never knew.
Oh, I missed that.
I was like, what? Also, is your pappy's name Sabrino?
Sabrino. Just Italian, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, as a result, obviously she's like super guarded with men. Traumatized, trusts nobody. So that was her past. And he shares that his ex discovered she had a tumor and was like very ill. And he basically for months watched her like fighting for her life. And then after about like 8 months, it seemed, she broke up with him. Is that what he said? Or she kind of like set him free, like, don't keep
don't wait for me.
Don't wait for me and go on with your life. So also very traumatizing because she like didn't die. She's still alive, but was like they broke up because of the situation, not because anything was wrong. So that's another type of trauma. So yeah, they getting deep. They talking about all kind of shit. Now he is very smitten with her. He ends up gifting her this little note, and recites a poem. Drops "I love you," gets down on one knee, proposes.
Yeah,
all in the first episode. Very
episode
quick.
1. Yeah,
so quick. And there's usually one couple episode 1. There usually is one, so they are that couple. And then you're incredible. I have no issues. Blah blah blah. They're married now or engaged. Sam, Nicole, Benaya. Also, little Nicole. Jasmine is in here as well. So Sam from Cast Bios, he was the guy with all the club promoter photos, right? Every picture he's on a step and repeat at a club opening. First thing we learned about him, he has a nose job. Why he felt the need to tell us this, I don't know. I would have never known.
I would have never cared.
I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have known. I don't know why he led off with, giving us something to judge him for being shallow and superficial on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just giving us ammo. I don't know why he did that. But yeah, he says he's, tired of going to weddings by himself. He's trying to find his plus one. He's serious about finding somebody. So he first meets with Jasmine. Jasmine's like really pretty Asian woman. They really vibe, he wants to be a dad. He's currently an uncle. She can't wait to be a mom. And his whole thing is like, people always judge him for being a fuckboy. He's tall as well. He's like 6'5", he's like a tall ass dude. And he's like, yeah, if you look at my Instagram, like I just look like somebody who like goes out a lot, or people just like think I want one night stands. And he's just like tired of being judged off of his Instagram profile or something. I don't know.
Here's
what the
thing though. You control your Instagram
That's
profile.
what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
So if you don't want to put those pictures up, you don't have to put those pictures up, Sam.
Right.
And none of them said #ad. And I know how y'all get down. If it's an ad, someone's coming for you. So I was very baffled by that sentence alone. That would have me out of the pods. I would be like, no, I gotta go.
So and Jasmine, what he's saying doesn't add up. So she's already just like clocking this. Like, what are you talking about? Okay.
Jasmine, who also has a very curated Instagram.
Right. So she knows this life. So what are we talking about? Like, I know what I'm doing. So what are you doing? Next, Sam talks with Nicole. Nicole is the black yogi girl, if you remember her from Cast Bios. And they have very easy banter. First strike with Sam. He says, if you saw me, you might be impressed.
Gross. I miss that.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Because he doesn't he doesn't come off as like arrogant or say these things in a very arrogant way, but the thing that he says is arrogant. Like, you know what I mean? The tone isn't, but like, why would you say that to me?
And you know what it is too? We're American, so we don't recognize the tone. But I wonder if British people recognize the tone.
Jasmine was picking up on something because she was like, I'm not fucking with you. So, first strike, Nicole kind of laughed it off, but I was like, girl, what? Then she asks him, you're 90, you look back at your life. What does your life look like? And he says, it'd be one of the best books someone could ever read. A love story of romance that would make anyone cry.
Oh my God. That's how you know he's here for Instagram.
Yeah. And I'm like, don't you hear how you sound? Like, you wonder why people are questioning whether you're genuine. You're saying things that sound insincere. Like,
and then you're leaning on looks in a blind experiment, saying that you'd be impressed with me if I was right in front of you.
Right. So Nicole, she admits, like, you're very sweet, but you do make me scared because the things that you say just sound too good. We also learn
good.
Because that to me didn't even sound all that good. I don't know.
No, that sounds really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he was trying to sound all romantic, like it would be a story of romance that would make you cry. Like, I don't know. He's trying to sound like he's a hopeless romantic or something. Hoping she'd like.
Girl, I've been reading these books all summer. I would not fall for that line. What? What? Oh, Nicole.
We also learned she was married before.
Yeah.
So, which is two things. She wants this really bad again because she knew what marriage was and really wants it. But also she's like, very apprehensive because she didn't want to do this again, like a third time. So now Nicole, luckily, has another little suitor named Benaiah.
Yeah.
Benaiah, who looks like Jesus from
He does. And he has a silent N in his name, which is really something.
Benaniah. So he's been traveling the world. He's hitchhiked from England to Budapest. He works as like a digital nomad. So he's like currently homeless, as he puts it. Kind of just like moves with the wind type of thing.
And he house sits for a living. And she was impressed by
by
that innovation. Nicole.
She considers herself a conscious traveler. She loves living off the grid.
God. Oh my!
They were vibing.
Y'all don't want to pay taxes. Y'all don't want to get a job. Y'all don't want a responsibility.
I mean, it sounds like they work. He definitely has a job. He just lives
he definitely has
wherever.
a job.
Yeah,
but
it's still running away from something.
Yes.
But yeah, they vibe heavy because they have like very similar like lifestyle like alignment. Now Jasmine with Sam, right? Jasmine shares that her ex actually got another woman pregnant while he was planning a life with her. And
it's crazy.
She is exhausted. She's not here for the bullshit. Jasmine looks so tired.
I see why she wants to get married in 4 weeks.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go through this whole courtship foolishness. She wants to find her person, wrap the shit up because she is tired of these niggas. So she just wants to feel safe and cozy. So she goes on her second date with Sam and immediately brings up her doubts about his whole Instagram comments that he said.
Yeah.
And he just explains again that he feels like he's been judged for his looks and, he's not superficial, even though his profile might look like that. And just, to me, digging himself deeper into a hole, like not really digging himself out.
Yeah. He's trying to, it's also paint a picture of himself. Like, I'm just so good looking and my Instagram is just so popping that I just can't even keep track and keep a hold of my reputation.
Yeah.
Like,
please. Now, Jasmine thankfully has another option because Sam is obviously not it for her. She starts talking to Bobby, her certified lover boy, as she said.
Should we call him that? Yeah.
What is a certified lover boy? It sounds like just a fuck boy.
Yeah. Okay. I would say one of those guys who goes on podcasts and talks about emotions as if they invented them.
Okay. That's what she said. She's looking for a certified lover boy. I was like, are you sure, Jasmine? I don't know.
Yeah.
Bobby is a luxury shopping guide on a cruise ship.
Which we thought was a made-up job. That is a real job.
What is that job? What is that?
On a cruise ship? Yeah, definitely. People go on a cruise ship and they ready to spend, and they gambling. They ready to go to that Saks Fifth Avenue and go spend that money.
You mean like the stuff that, I guess they do have shops and things.
They have shops.
Yeah. Okay. I got questions about his employment, but sure. But Bobby seems nice. He has a single mom. His family's everything to him. He also wants a family very soon. And yeah, she has like a good comparison point for Sam now. Like Bobby is more genuine. Something is off with Sam. Now, Benaya, he's been single since 2012. Didn't really give us much intel as to why.
I was gonna ask you if you caught it.
I didn't catch it. I still need the story.
Who are you running from? Who are you couch surfing from?
Ooh, for the past 12 years, have you been running from? What is that heartbreak that got you out here on TV on a marriage show, not ready for marriage? Like, like,
and he's 33, right?
Older.
So 11 years ago was a while ago, and you were incredibly young. Yeah. I can understand if you were 43, maybe, and that was 11 years ago, and you were planning on marrying this girl she wrote off at the altar.
Right. You're talking about
maybe this happened when you were 21. Maybe. Could have. But I'd like to know.
I would love to know. Please. So he goes on his second date with Nicole. And again, they're bonding over mind, body, spirit, all that shit.
All that?
Spiritual connection,
do you guys
right?
have drugs? No drugs.
No drugs. Just living on the high life. So... She flat out asks him about his traveling because he's like this world traveler and if he's ready to settle down, because that is the biggest fucking question I had as well.
Me too.
And he said he does want a base, like he's seemingly over the traveling thing and wants to have a home base, and acknowledges that there is a level of escapism.
Yes, yeah.
So he's not
surprised.
I was surprised too that he was self-aware enough to even say that out loud. And then shares a little bit, says he had a rough childhood. He's now in a place of peace. I think part of his running away was to kind of resolve whatever happened in his childhood, but claims to be all ready to go now. I got a lot of questions.
And Nicole had zero.
She just, I
have no idea why. I have so many questions as well. What happened in your childhood?
Yeah.
What
happened?
I just have so many questions about his past. Why is your hair so long? Why? I just have so much. Why have you taken on almost like an identity or like he's almost like a stereotype.
Yeah. Like the long hair, beach bum and kind of traveling around the world type of dude. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they're both falling back on that like spiritual connection. They both love the whole mind, body, metaphysical shit. And so that's what's like carrying them through. But she's not asking the appropriate questions, I think.
No.
Now we go into episode 2. Nicole still torn between Sam and Benaya. Jasmine is torn also between Sam and Bobby. So Jasmine ends up going in with Sam, and he is saying all the things. You could be my rock, you know. He's just always saying these, talking a lot but saying nothing. A lot of words, which is why I understand Jasmine's distrust, because it feels empty because we don't really know each other. So when you say I'm your rock, how? How did that happen? I'm still getting to know you. What? Yeah. So she flat out says to him, as Nicole told him too, you're telling me things I want to hear, and that makes me very nervous. And he's just like, I don't know how to win. Like, he claims he's being himself.
Oh, you women.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with you women. What do you want? What do you women want? Ooh, nasty. Hate it.
And ultimately, he's just giving, she says, just immature vibes. Which I agree. Part of me, like, I was trying to see his side, because when she said to him, you're just telling me what I want to hear. And this is the second person that said that to him. You could see him like deflate. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, what else am I supposed to say?
Yeah, because his plans are faulting on him.
Thwarting.
Like, he's lying in these pods, talking about absolutely nothing.
I know. But also, I'm like, how do you not see yourself? Like, if the second person is telling you that you sound like not genuine, then like, are you genuine? Like, I don't know.
No.
Like,
and he doesn't have any more lines in his notebook, and he's tired of this.
Oh, Lord.
He watched 3 romance movies before he got here, and that's it. That's all he got.
Lines. Yeah. So Jasmine goes in with Bobby, who, she shares when her dad left when she was 12. She asks him about his father, their dynamic, and similarly him and his dad don't speak. And he's had like some older sibling or older cousins be like father figures for him, but then shares like this very traumatic drowning incident that happened where 2 of them died and just got very deep very quickly. And she just like in that day decides like it's Bobby, it's not Sam. Like, I can't even get to this with Sam, so it's fine. And she eventually goes and like breaks up with Sam.
Yep.
And that was that. Now Bobby gets to rapping.
Why? Robert.
The minute he said this king needs a queen, I said,
I can't. No, the minute he started just rapping, I'm surprised he didn't ask her for a beat.
Oh God.
Give me a beat, babe.
And Jasmine, she wouldn't, because she was so like on high alert with Sam. I'm surprised that she's like into this. You know what I mean?
Because I would be done. Because I would think you're here to become a rapper.
Exactly. But I think she's so into him. So she's like looking past it.
Yeah. And he didn't lead with, I'm a rapper.
True. He didn't. So I'll give him that. But yeah, he gets down on one knee, proposes, and they seem happy. I got questions about Bobby though. What is this Carnival cruise job? What is this aspiring rap career?
He didn't say Carnival. What?
Norwegian crew, whatever. What is this job? And what is this rap career?
I know, because it looks like he does it. Maybe he does it on the boats. Maybe those music videos that we saw on his Instagram. Maybe he does them on the boats when they're docked. He's getting creative.
I'm worried for Jasmine.
Jasmine's out here too on Instagram posing.
I know, but just the energy. She's like, she ain't got time to waste. Her last ex was cheating on her, had a baby. Like, she's just here to wrap this shit up. She needs somebody who's like all the way together, and Bobby's not giving me that. But we'll see. I'm trying to be open.
You think it was a hobby? Maybe it's a hobby. Can rapping be a hobby?
I don't know. If you're like rapping, even people who like sing on the internet, post their videos, I'm assuming you're hoping something for it eventually.
Yeah, that's true. Because I do know people who sing and don't post it anywhere.
And don't post. They do it because it's a hobby. They love it. But if you're posting it, you're kind of hoping something.
Yeah, and they most certainly don't go on television looking for love either.
Right. Right. So, Bobby, I got questions.
Damn.
So we'll see. Now, Sam, after he gets broken up with Jasmine, goes back into the men's quarters. He's all hurt, feeling like an idiot. Jasmine was like his one true love. And then remembers, oh yeah, I have Nicole, she's the one for me now.
So now I know.
Please. Benaya's in the cut, just like taking notes this whole time. Right?
Yep.
So Nicole, she knows she feels the most connected with Benaya, but she's just unsure how he feels about marriage and commitment and like all of these things. So she flat out asks him, do you see yourself proposing at the end of this? This is a show that we signed up for with an engagement at the end of the pods. Do you see yourself proposing? And he says he has envisioned a future with her, but he's not at the stage where he think he could propose.
Really lackadaisically, very plainly, and with very little emotion behind that.
Yeah, he gave Nicole the ill setup.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah.
Because she came here under the pretense of getting engaged. Whether you think, Benaya, it's crazy or not, whether you think this whole process is nuts, people signed up for that process.
And the nerve of you talking about I'm homeless and I house sit for a living.
Right.
You shouldn't be calling anything crazy or being cautious about anything, sir.
Right.
Since when?
Since when?
Please.
So to now, after she has to ask you, do you see yourself proposing? Does she then have to find out that you don't believe in marriage or whatever the fuck? Like, what? That's so unfair.
The construct.
This is just ridiculous.
It's above my mind, body, and soul.
And that sucks because now she's developed feelings. Now she's going to have to compromise. Maybe we don't get engaged when she knew what she wanted when she got here. And I just hate that for her. As much as I feel this whole thing is crazy too, I'm with her because she wanted this. Yeah. So it's just unfair.
Yep.
He does, though, validate that he enjoys their time together, that there is a connection. So she's not like crazy. But she is now really confused as to like, what are his intentions? What does he want out of this process? Like all of that. Now, Sam gifts Nicole his lucky bracelet. And he said there might be a smell to it, which was
he always disgusting. He can't ever just let something just sit in the good. He has to just insert himself in it and make it cringy.
So he gives her this bracelet and then lays it on thick. I don't want to sit in this pod with anybody else. I knew you were my person from day one. Mind you, Jasmine broke up with him yesterday. And
he was butthurt
about
when
it.
He got broken up with. Yeah.
You're who I've been looking for my whole life. I came here looking for a wife. Just like saying all the things, but also saying all the things that Benaya's not saying. You know what I mean? So as much as we're looking at him with a side eye, he is saying the things, you know?
Yeah.
So she really appreciates this because now it's making her realize with Benaya, she has to like pull. It's like pulling teeth to get him to like really open up to her. So they leave the pods, right? Sam goes back to the men's quarters and he is stuck on this one slight thing that Nicole said. And is talking to the guys about it. So he says, you know, he in the pods to her says, I can't wait to run and pick you up and kiss you. And she says something back to him like, oh, you might not be able to. And then kind of stops herself and is like, can I say that? Like, you know, God. She's thinking that's like an illegal thing to say in the pods or whatever.
No.
But he caught it.
Oh my God. That's an illegal thing for him to say.
Yeah. And she responded to it and then caught herself.
Oh my God.
So he picked up on what she said.
Yeah.
Went back to the men now and is like, it's stuck with him. Like, why would she say that? That was weird. Like, now he's like worried. She's like 600 pounds and, you know, am I in love with her or not type of thing. But Naya, as I said, is in the cut.
Taking notes.
Overheard the whole thing. Now he's talking about he's so super protective of Nicole. He's got to save her.
I know. Now he cares about her so much that he has to care about her feelings and warn her about this tragedy. Please. And also, Sam, not you pulling a shake.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That did not work.
I know.
He was on House of Villains. That did not work.
Yeah. So you think he said that intentionally?
Oh.
Like you
1,000%.
Me and I'll pick you up and kiss you, whatever. To see what she would say if she would say anything.
Yep. Definitely. That was a test. Because do you work out? He probably knows that's not enough of a test.
Right. Dang. So now Benaya and Nicole get back into the pods and she tells him he's her kindred spirit, but she just feels like he's not ready. And he finally flat out says to her, I want to be with you. So now he's trying to say all the things.
Yeah.
And he reveals that he knows her other connection is with Sam. And he's like, you know, I don't want to sabotage or whatever, but what he has said was, and then basically was like, he's not here for genuine reasons. I question his integrity. I think he's here for fame and not love.
Yep.
Now, Benaya, I'm gonna need you to bring a little bit more receipts. Because it is giving sabotage. It is giving...
Yeah, I guess so. But he...
and this is confusing for Nicole. You know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah. Because Nicole has to drag out if you like me or not.
Right.
When... And he should be worried about expressing those feelings to her and also expressing his own journey to her.
Mhm.
I hope that Nicole knows why he's been single for 11 years.
Right.
We don't, but I hope she does.
Right.
And so he should be really worried about himself. But
Mhm.
also, I would think if I was Nicole or if I was anybody dating Sam,
Mhm.
that would be enough confirmation to me that he is saying all the right things because he's a fake.
Oh yeah, Sam.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I was like, Benaya, worry about yourself. Like, I get it. He
Yeah.
feels like he's about to
Yeah.
lose his girl. So he's like, let me say the things I need to say. But like, it's a little too late. To me, it's a little, it's a little too late. And bring some concrete receipts. He's here for fame because he said this, this, and this. Like,
Yep.
I heard him mention Instagram this about blah, blah, blah. I'm not getting that. So it is just giving like, let me throw this dude under the bus. I'm about to miss my girl. You know what I mean? So now Nicole, poor thing, she's confused as hell.
Oh my God, yeah.
She don't know what the fuck to do. Yeah. Now we'll get back to them. Let's talk Maria, Tom,
Oh my God.
and Natasha.
Yeah.
Maria that's the makeup artist. She's Moroccan, I believe. Tom was the 38-year-old from Cast Bios who we loved. So he has this corny little joke. She's eating it right up, right?
Yeah.
She immediately shares off rip. She's Moroccan. She's Muslim. Like, she's very strong within herself. She's opinionated. She don't give a fuck. She was like, we're not even supposed to be dating in my culture. I don't care. I'm here to make myself happy. Like, I just love her energy.
Yeah.
And then he shares, he grew up with a single mom. His dad was MIA his whole life. He lived with his dad for a year actually when he was a kid, and then came back from a holiday and his mom, and the dad like ghosted, just like totally disappeared.
That's
so
wild.
So I mean, traumatic. Your dad just
So
up and disappeared, but he didn't die. It's terrible.
Yeah. And you lived with him for a year.
So you got to know him. You got to envision that life that you always dreamed of, being with your dad, and then he just boop, gone.
We have a lot of ghosting fathers on this cast.
Horrible. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
So he acknowledges, he's worked through his abandonment issues. And it took him a very long time to realize that you have to be vulnerable with people in order to bond with them. Because obviously with abandonment, he was probably like not opening up to anybody for fear of them abandoning them. So it's like counterintuitive. But yeah, he shares that. She shares with him that her dad had terminal cancer.
This was
also so sad.
Oh my God. This story.
Her dad had terminal cancer, went to Morocco to say his goodbyes, got trapped over there because of COVID, and then she never got to say goodbye to him.
Yep.
God damn. That's a mess.
That is, crazy.
So both of them just in there deep.
Yeah. One's like traumas from before, one's trauma from not that long ago at all.
Yeah. So now Tom, in his confessional, we learn he's had 3 major relationships. The third one, he says, could have been the one and really happily married, but he at the time was very incapable of opening up. So this like learning to be vulnerable is like fairly new, it seems like. But at least he's aware. Like, at least he has the awareness of what his issue is. Now, aside of Maria, Tom meets Natasha, my homegirl, cute little blonde. And yeah, they bond over like movies, and they're both really serious about marriage, and they just have a good little vibe, right? Natasha, we learn, recently lost 5 stones, which I had to look up.
14 pounds, I believe, is a stone.
14 is one stone,
right?
Yeah. So she's lost a ton of weight recently. She says she's, been working through her identity, like, obviously going through some type of identity crisis, right? But you could tell with Tom, she feels very comfortable with him, right? Particularly since he's not seeing her. So she's not feeling any judgment of her looks at all. And yeah, they kind of vibe. They also have like a nice little vibe, I think.
Yeah.
Now, Tom, what he says between the two of them, Maria, like culturally, she's the most different. So she might not fit into his life, quote unquote, in the same way that Natasha would. But with Maria, he can like imagine waking up to her every day.
Yeah.
So you could see the whole time where he was really tugging. I was like, ain't no,
I know.
Love your girl Natasha, but it ain't happening. Like you could see the whole time he was leaning.
He was so friendly with Natasha.
Yeah. Now let's see, Freddie and Catherine, funeral director and his girl. He shares that he's a caregiver for his brother, or he would be the caregiver should anything happen to the parents. So that's like a big thing for him. We learned that she's adopted, and seems to have a lot of like open wounds around that.
Yeah, she got stuff about that. And I guess being adopted and growing up in such a small area, I would imagine that would be, you know.
Yeah, because she was talking about being teased, like I was the kid who was adopted. I'm like, God.
I know. I'm thinking in my head, like, what are you talking about? What?
But
if you're from a small island where everybody probably knows each other and it's going to big family events and stuff, and everybody kind of look alike. That could be a pain point.
Yeah, people would know. But yeah, he tells her he's here for her. He's not looking at anybody else. She does still have Ollie though, so she tells him, I still got somebody else.
Her little flirt buddy.
That's basically what they are. They just flirting, just like the sound of each other's voices. And that's basically it. So she gets back into the pods with Ollie, and she's telling some story about her, her birthday recently. She was in London. She was like, I went to this club and that club.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you're one of them ones.
I love it. You one of them ones, Dad.
You one of them ones, yeah.
You one of them men, them. I love it.
And you could tell from the way he said that he was like put off a little bit. And so now she's defending herself, like, I don't go out a lot, like I don't typically go to those clubs, like, which I felt for her because I'm like, this is not fair. She said it was her birthday. I felt for her too. It was her birthday. It's her birthday. What you mean she one of them ones? She went out to the club on her birthday. That doesn't mean she goes there every night. Like what?
Yeah. Or is one of them ones? Maybe those are the birthday people. Maybe it's like when you take a picture on your birthday with the balloons with the numbers. You're like one of them
on the
ones.
Staircase. Yeah. On the staircase. At Say Less. Like
at Say Less. Yeah. But like when I think of like the people who go to Say Less, I don't think of like you and Nate and
right. I stay
Kelly, but you stay over at Say Less.
Right, so it's a very judgy thing to say. Like you can't say that means she's this person.
Yeah.
So I felt for her. She was like hard body trying to defend herself, and I was like, "This is not even fair." Like, and how would he know unless you were there too? You was at the same clubs, Ollie.
Which you probably were,
right? Yeah. So anyways, he shares with her, he feels like they have very much like a sexual vibe, and he's like been trying to suss out if there's more there. And it's obvious to us that he's like leaning more towards Demi, but just keeps Catherine around because they like talking to each other.
Yeah.
Now for Ollie's birthday, Demi makes a nice little card. She sends balloons to his pod. Got him a rose quartz, got him a cupcake, like did the damn thing.
She does a lot.
Did a lot for his birthday. Yeah. And that's the same day that Catherine decides she's about to head out and go hang with Freddie. And that's it. So that was fine. They got to like clean. That went over like really well. Ollie and Catherine.
Really nicely. Yeah.
It was so easy because they both were leaning the other way anyways. So that was nice. Yep. Usually it's one person leaning in, the other person's like, I got somebody else.
Yeah. And I enjoyed watching it. See, Netflix, it doesn't have to be conflict, nastiness, craziness all the time. No. A nice breakup is still nice to watch.
Still fine. Sabrina and Steven, they met also. That happened.
Oh, yeah.
Went well. They seem very pleased with each other.
Yeah, so boring. Love it.
Now, episode 3, back to Tom, Maria, and Natasha. So Maria's fallen hard. And they just get right down to it. They're talking, what is our dynamic going to be? Gender roles, like raising kids. Like, you could tell they sit up in the pods and they spend a lot of time together.
Yes.
And they're very intentional with their time. They're talking about real shit.
And they don't give us any timestamps, right? No. But you could tell by people's bodies and where they're sitting. When you're both lying on the couch, looking up at the ceiling, blanket over you, you like drink half done. Yeah. You got your water, you got your journal. Like, you could tell they've been in there a minute.
And they're very comfortable. So she asks him if he has any other connections because he's her number one. And he says he doesn't have a number one quite yet.
This is a typical fuck boy shit.
I just think some of these guys, like, I don't think Tom is a fuck boy. I think he's older and he's trying to be super careful. Also, he has two good ones, right? Maria's a good one. Natasha's a good one. Like, these are not.
And Natasha's a good one. That's true.
Little play girls, whatever. So I think he's trying to, and it's his process too. He doesn't want to like go all in on Maria, and he really doesn't know. But it is interesting to see another scenario where the guy is like, I need time, and the girl's like, good. It usually is. Yeah. It usually is that the girls they make their choice very decisive, and the men need the whole process to figure it out. Like,
isn't that a metaphor for life?
So frustrating.
And it's so frustrating. And even The Bachelor. That's why The Bachelorette has such a better track record.
Yeah, that's true. Much higher
success rate. These men are like, wait, what? You have blonde hair? Maybe you. Just have no clue.
Or just shooting from the hip. Yeah. No idea. That's so true. The decisiveness is not there.
It's not, which I find to be a very manly quality.
Yeah, yes.
Right?
You would think. Yeah, that's like an alpha quality. He knows what he wants. He goes after what he wants. A lot of times we see these men don't know the half of what they want. Like, oh, God. So now Tom is wondering again with Natasha, like, what is this connection? He's like, I don't know if it's sexual. I don't know if it's a friendship. He's like super confused as to like what these feelings for her are. There's something there, but like it doesn't seem very cut and dry. Whereas with Maria, he's telling her he's dreaming about her on top of him. And
what the fuck was that?
You can feel her body. Like he can obviously feel that they're physically compatible, or he can think they're physically compatible. And he feels emotionally connected to her. So he's like very clear on what this is with her.
Yeah.
So interesting though. You could tell like they've been in the pods forever. Now they all.
Oh my God. They've
dreams at night.
All kinds of metaphors, girl.
Yeah.
I'm a mix of this person and this person. Have fun tonight.
Right. Yeah. Oh my God. Let's see. Bobby J and Jasmine met.
Yeah.
I thought her outfit was cute. I love this little ostrich feather trim.
Her outfit was
like a Barbie. I loved it. It was such a Barbie dress.
It was so cute. It was so feminine too. I like that the girls weren't afraid to be feminine or afraid to be themselves.
Yeah.
Because and we have talked about this before on Love is Blind, when you want to meet them, you want to be like as whatever as possible, sexy as possible, whatever the fuck. But these girls are just themselves, and it worked out great. And it did not work out for somebody like AD.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So just be yourself.
Be yourself. But yeah, Bobby and Jasmine see each other. They seem very pleased. She said, you look like home. Yeah, it went very well. Yeah. She's obviously gorgeous, and she seemed very pleased with him. So
she did. Like, she seemed like, oh, this isn't my type, but he's not ugly.
But he's not ugly. I'll do it. Yeah. Similar with Amy and Johnny. Amy was like, I would never look at him on the street twice, but he's cute. I'll go with it. Like,
yes.
Yeah. Now, Freddie and Catherine, they're so happy. They both got butterflies. They both have said, I love you. Something about her I don't trust. How do you feel on her?
Me either, girl. Me either.
Something about me wants to protect Freddie from her.
Exactly. Same. Yeah. Innocent Freddie with his
his crazy Instagram
pictures. Like his funeral directing. He's probably very kind, very giving,
compassionate. Yeah.
All of that stuff. And Catherine says that she has a six-pack. Do you know how fucking hard it is for a woman to have a six-pack?
I know, yeah.
You have to be obsessed with yourself.
She's doing 2-a-days, so she better have a six-pack. Shit.
That's true. Yeah.
But something about her, I'm like, I don't know.
I know. I don't trust anyone who's like conventionally good looking, literally blonde hair, blue eyes, long hair down to your butt. Like, oh my God, no one takes me seriously.
Yeah,
it's really lived hard with this person. Yeah, I've lived with the Barbie. Yeah. She was my best friend in college. She ain't never said no dumb shit like that. It ain't never never said no shit like that. But Hannah's also funny. Hannah also has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Kevin.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I got my good eye on her. Not sure about her yet. But yeah, he tells her that she's the person he's been destined to be with, and proposes. She's bawling. She cries a lot too, like heavy cries.
God,
which is also a little alarming, but sure. Even during their meet, when they open up the reveal, and she just her face, like her cry face. It's like,
oh my God, girl, please
pull it together. But anyways, they're both very happy to see each other. Both into it as well.
Yeah, not surprising. They're Barbie and Ken.
They're like conventionally attractive. Now, Demi and Ollie. She is super emotional going into the pods.
Yeah.
She's had something that's been weighing on her. And she shares with him that she has endometriosis. And part of that means that it might be hard for her to conceive. And this has ruined past relationships. This knowledge has ruined past relationships. Which is really sad.
That's the second time that we have encountered this on a show we've recapped. This is really fucking crazy, y'all.
So she's obviously having like a lot of anxiety about this. Because that is like, that could be a deal breaker for many people,
Yeah.
But he takes it well. He says it doesn't change anything about, his feelings for her. Still visions a future with her, and took it on the chin, like didn't have any issues, no questions.
Nope.
So it seemed fine. So that was nice. Nicole, Sam, and Benaya. Nicole sits with Jasmine. Jasmine is the truth sayer of this season, I think, right?
She doesn't play around with the girls. She's a girl's girl. When y'all are yapping, are you a girl's girl? You're not even a girl's girl. You're not a girl's girl. This is a girl's girl.
So Nicole tells her, I'm really torn between Sam and Ben. Keep in mind, Jasmine used to talk to Sam, right? So she knows Sam.
Yep.
So this is like the right person to talk to. And Jasmine flat out tells her, I think Benaniah will make you feel more emotionally fulfilled. Something about Sam lacks depth. Jasmine also shares with Nicole, Sam told me that I was
on my second date. He told me the same thing and said it to her very plainly and with no emotion. So she didn't care that he said that. So Nicole, girl, why are you... I was questioning her so much during this, and I hate that I questioned her. My fellow Black yogi.
I know. Yeah. Well, Jasmine just kind of like let her know, like, do you, girl? But like his words are losing value.
Yeah, right.
He said the same thing to me, so don't hold on to them that much. So Nicole is so torn. She has these strong feelings for Sam, but she feels, safer with Benaya. Benaya now is claiming he wants to get married and is ready to propose suddenly. I don't trust none of these men. Neither one of them.
Neither one of them.
Neither one. Benaya he's more like the nice guy in this, quote unquote, in this little triangle, but I don't trust him not at all.
No, because why can't he settle down? Why can't he rent an apartment?
And why can't
he sit somewhere?
Yeah. And you now are seemingly convinced to be ready.
Yes,
you weren't ready on your own.
After her.
Right. So that I don't want that burden on me whatsoever. I don't want that resentment. You made me get married. Nope.
Oh,
I don't want none of it. Nope. So Nicole gets in the pods with Sam. She's crying. She's terrified.
Yeah. Yep.
She's been married before, so she's like, I just need to know that you're here for love. You're here for marriage. You're trying to find somebody.
This is where she got my Becky of the week. Why the fuck would you ask him like that? Why would you ask him like that? Of course he's gonna say yes. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know what answer she's going.
Like, what did you think? Oh, you'd be like, oh my God, you caught me.
I'm here to swindle, bitch. I'm here for Instagram. I'm using you. Like, what? He's not gonna say that.
No, he's never gonna say that is the case. You know who would say that? Benaniah, because he can't help but be so honest. Okay, he's literally Jesus. he can't help it, so he's gonna tell you, you know what? No, I'm not here for marriage. Right. I can at the most give you a situation.
Right.
But this guy, He's going to say he loves you up and down.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Which of course he did. He was like, yes, just trust me. Yes, I'm here for you.
A lot of just trust me.
A lot of just trust me. Yeah. So
our YouTube channel for the impending Lauren and Cameron. That's what he wants. That's what he wants
aiming
to do.
For. Oh God. So she tells him she loves him. She accepts him. He gets down on one knee, proposes. She says yes.
Oh my God, girl. Why did you do that? Why?
And like, this wasn't reassuring enough, girl. Like,
no.
It was almost like, this is all I needed to hear. Okay, yes. I was like, you still don't know a lot. Benaniah told you that he's here for fame. Maybe you want to ask some questions as to why that would be insinuated. Why is somebody else telling me this? Like,
that's what I would, because it's not only Benaniah, it's giving those assumptions. It's also Jasmine.
Yeah. Yes, your girl, your home girl. That's true.
Saying that you a fake bitch. Can you let me know if that's true?
That's true.
And why are two people saying it? Two people who don't know each other.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got two pieces of evidence. I don't know. So, she's all excited. She says to him, I love you. And he says back, I think I love you too.
Yeah. He says a lot of think. He says a lot of I trust me or trust me up and down, but he is only merely thinking and cannot confirm
if he's in love. And when he said that, you could see the look on her face, like almost like the winds got knocked out of her sails. But she was like, they just got engaged. So she's like trying to pretend like everything's fine. But that gave her pause. The I think I love you too would give pause to anybody.
Right. Mm-hmm. But why would you say that you love somebody after you said yes to propose?
Yeah, I don't know. And why are you, Sam, saying I think I love you? You don't know that you love me. You just asked me to marry you and spend the rest of our lives together. Neither one of these people are making any sense. Now that we break it down, like, I can't. She then goes in with Benaniah and tells him, and he tells her he wants to commit to her. And she just says, I just think my heart is with Sam. Like, too little, too late.
It's a damn lie.
Truly. I think she was like so in deep at this point. So I think the minute she...
Is she? What? What have they talked about? What has he said that's not in the script of The Notebook?
I think...
that they've gotten so deep that she can't let him go. What are you talking about?
When she said yes to his proposal, you could almost... And he replied back with the I think I love you. You could see the look of regret on her face immediately.
Yes!
But she was ready in. So in her head, she's like, I'm too deep. I can't go back. I can't now go from one pod to Benaniah and accept his proposal and then go back to Sam and deny him. Like, in her head, she's like, Sam's it. I'm in this. Like,
yeah, right.
You could tell that it's not Sam with her at all. Now, we're in episode 4. Tom, Natasha, and Maria.
Oh my God, Natasha's still hanging on. Poor thing.
He needs to cut her loose. He dragged this on too long. Because, he basically tells her he can't figure out their connection. He thinks it's just friendship, which for him is not enough to base this relationship on.
Yeah.
And she was fighting. She was like, we can do this. Like, let's try to make this work. Like, she was trying to get her a man, girl. But he was like, I can't. My heart's somewhere else. And her goodbye was so sad. She was so sad.
She was downtrodden, poor thing.
Yeah, she was really bawling.
Yeah.
Now, Tom goes in with Maria. Maria lays it all out there for him.
Yep.
She's never even pictured a future with somebody before meeting him.
Until I met you. Yep.
She says, I love you. He then, while sitting on the couch, didn't get down on one knee.
Everything about Mariah and Tom's meeting and proposal was incorrect.
Really?
Everything about it. Everything about it visually.
I know.
I was like, y'all have to watch this back.
So he doesn't get down on one knee to propose. Then they do the meet. She looks amazing. Love this fucking red dress.
Great. Oh my God. I love the lines on the dress. Like the bones
the structure,
on the dress
the boning
so
of it.
Good.
So good. She really knows her body. Her boobs look great. Red dress. She had the red lip. One kiss.
She had I guess she was wearing like MAC Viva Glam. Like, I don't know why she was wearing this red lip. That's what she gave both of them the ill setup.
Congratulations. you played yourself.
Because not only you and him have to watch this, your mama, your daddy, everybody has to watch this, and me and Natasha have to watch this. And you both look crazy, and I'm trying to take you seriously. Tom had the lipstick on in the confessional.
Oh my God. The transfer was crazy. And I don't know why she would wear that lipstick to meet somebody that you know you're going to be kissing.
Oh my God.
And you're a makeup artist. I just didn't understand why that choice.
That also got me. I was like, are you one of those makeup artists who you go for your prom and she's like, what color dress are you wearing?
Oh no.
And then they just do a peacock smoky eye. Yeah. Wearing purple and pink. Yeah. Got it, ma. No problem.
Oh God. But yeah, just a mess. They were so cute though in their meeting, like very lovey-dovey, so very comfortable. They honestly look like they'd been together forever. Like they're all up in each other's spaces, like all up in like wiping the lip. Like they were just so tactile. Yeah. Sam and Nicole, they are engaged for whatever reason. And so they must see each other now. And the first thing is just their height difference. He is massive. He is
very tall.
Like way more than we thought. And she's also just small, I guess. I'm not sure. But their energy, both of them had very nervous energy.
Hesitant and nervous.
Oh, it was so awkward.
It was. Yeah. This was at the top. Like, I think, honestly, the one who takes it for me, it will forever be Raven and SK.
Yeah.
Always be to me the most awkward meeting of all
Raven
time.
was trying, yo. She was really trying.
I know, she was trying. She was. Yeah. But this was really rough. They both came at each other very untrustworthy, very much like unsure of each other's relationship with the other one.
Yeah. Real nervous. He says to her, what do you think?
Yeah, which, ew. Why are you coming to me first and you saying, what do you think of me? Sir, excuse you.
First of all, I need a compliment first. Offer it.
I need a compliment first because you're the one saying that your Instagram is so fly, big, and bad.
Right.
Bitches don't even trust you because you're just so good looking and tall. Right. So apparently, according to you, you don't need any validation.
Right.
I need the validation.
And the first thing he says is, what do you think? I can't. And then in his confessional, I also clocked this. He said, I don't care what anyone else thinks. I think she's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, which means that you think she's ugly.
Right. Who talks about anybody else but you? Who's anybody? Who are you thinking of and what they would care about? What?
Your Instagram followers.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So she's just in shock. She's like in shell shock. She also knows this is not her husband, but she's here now on national television. She's not saying much. He's talking a mile a minute. He keeps saying, just trust me. Like,
yeah.
He says again, I think I love you.
I think I love you again. And she didn't say it. She was like, okay, bye.
She didn't say it back this time. Her face was full of regret, like, of even just being here. Oh my God. Last up, we have Ollie and Demi. He reads her a nice letter saying all these, beautiful things about her.
Really nice.
Tells her he loves her, proposes. She says yes. Now, when they are going to meet, he expresses one of his worries. He's like, I'm a bit worried about her saying that she's like one of the guys. And he wonders if he'll feel the same with her. And how he's used to dating with his eyes, and he's just like really hoping he finds her sexy. And so he's already saying so much. And right? I was like, here we go.
You already brought up the boys.
Yeah.
Before even thinking about what she fucking looks like, you fucking weirdo. Oh my God, that shit is so weird. I've never thought in my life, I hope my girlfriends want to fuck my man. Never. But there are some girls who are like that, though. It's not that I don't know the girls who are like that. 1,000%. Oh, 1,000%. That level of shallow, sure.
Yeah, that's another level. Jesus. So he's already given all these prologues and prefaces and just letting us know he is not going to be into her. But let me just let y'all know now, and all these words, and it'll come out in a couple episodes. But oh my God. So they see each other. They both seem very happy.
They do. She was wearing that dress.
She was wearing that dress.
On her.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
He said, she's curvy in all the right places. He did appear very happy.
He did.
He even looked back at her when she's walking, So seems all fine and dandy, but so did Clay and AD. So I'm not buying it, Ollie.
And we tried with Clay.
We really did.
We all knew that Clay looked at her and said, fuck. I don't want this.
I don't want this. But we tried. We tried.
We tried.
We really did. He burned us all. So now I can't trust Ollie. God. Time for the honeymoons. We got 6 couples. Goddamn.
Yeah. Oof.
They head off to Greece, which is very nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bobby and Jasmine, they're both very attracted to each other, doing well. Freddie and Catherine also doing well, although she does bring up that she's anxious to see Ollie.
To meet Ollie. This is why we can't trust her.
That's why we can't trust her.
Shenanigans.
What are you thinking about Ollie for when you got Freddie? Freddie's very good looking. Freddie's got body. He's fit as hell. He's very nice.
He's got a great job.
Right. Who said anything about Ollie?
I don't know.
I'm anxious to see Ollie. You're interested to see Ollie. That's what it is.
Right. To see if he matches the voice.
Now, Ollie and Demi. Demi says Ollie is someone she would see in the street and she'd be like, fine. But would never herself go and talk to him. Would also feel like he would never talk to her.
Yeah.
Now she's sitting with that guy. So she's, feeling all types of way and is, probably in her feelings a little bit. But he tells her he's very physically attracted to her. But says, when I saw you, I knew I was very physically attracted, but I made a conscious decision that I want us to keep building on our emotional connection.
Nope. Lies.
That's a lie.
Lies.
He's trying to figure out how to wiggle out of this because he's not attracted to her.
Yep. And he, even though he might be, that's what's so weird with these guys, because this girl is your type. She's just the natural version of your type.
Yeah.
So she is your type, just like AD was the dark-skinned version of Clay's type. The dark-skinned natural version of Clay's type.
Right. Yeah.
So like I think they're fighting with themselves. About like the real world is coming.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fuck this girl when I know I'm attracted. I know I could have sex with this girl, but I'm not like attracted to her technically because of the outside
or how she's gonna fit in.
How she's gonna fit in. Same with Chris and Paige, I think.
Oh, that was the same. Yeah,
same thing. That's Remember, he fucked her twice.
Yeah.
First night.
God, he did. Oh my God,
he liked her.
Trauma.
But he was like, nah, I can't bring her out. I can't bring her around my friends. I own a Subway. Anyway. Go back and listen to those episodes, guys. That was a fun time.
I need to go back and myself and listen to those. The first time Atlanta season, we did recap that. That shit was nuts.
I low-key want to go back and watch it again.
Just for the torture of it all. Why not? God. What a traumatic season of television.
Jesus. Everything. It was so good.
So good. Oh, Lord. But yeah, the minute he said that, I was like, yeah, that's a lot of words. That's a lot of words. I want to keep building on an emotional connection, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's saying that in the honeymoons. In the honeymoons, everybody's like, I can't wait for the physical because the emotional is there. So for you to now be talking about, I want to keep building on the emotional. Every guy we've seen say that on this show, I'm even thinking about on fucking Sweden. The same guy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
With Homegirl. Same thing. He was like, I want to move slow. Amelia, yes. I want to move slow. I want us to move slow. You want to move slow because you're afraid to touch her. That's what it is, Let's see. Tom and Maria, grand old time. Like old married couple.
I know. Cuties. Strawberries, chocolates, the whole thing.
Sabrina and Steven also doing great.
Yep.
Now, Nicole and Sam.
Oh.
She's in London.
She's at home. They panned to that Ferris wheel.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I was like, is that the London Bridge? What the hell? They didn't even make it to Greece. Oh God. So she's in London talking about something didn't feel quite right. And she points out that when he put the ring on her finger, he put it on the wrong hand.
The right hand.
Right. not on her left ring finger, her right one.
Oh my God.
And for her, that was a sign that things weren't right.
That was the sign. Nicole.
Nikki girl. That was the sign. The minute she said yes to him, she regretted it.
Exactly.
The minute she said, and he said, I think I love you. She was like, fuck.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And that was his sign off when they left.
Mm-hmm.
I think I love you. Trust me with your life. See you in Greece.
See you in Greece. Oh my God. So she needs to go meet up with Benaya and you know,
talk about things, clarify, closure. Oh, boy.
Now in Greece, we've got Catherine and Freddie has sex already.
Yeah,
Stephen and Sabrina has sex. Yeah,
getting physical,
physical. No bones about it. And we kind of just like end things with Bobby J and Jasmine talking about Nicole and Sam and just the gossip. And neither one of them saw it. They just also both were shocked that they ended up with each other because what the fuck.
And this is the kind of vacation place where they have little mini houses and so they don't see each other.
Oh yeah, the little villas. Yeah. So yeah, we end the episode with Nicole meeting up with Benaya, and we'll see what that becomes. And that was the episodes 1 through 4. So now the preview for the season looks wild.
Yeah, looks good.
We have Demi saying, "I think he's the one," about Ollie. We have Ollie and Catherine meeting
and flirting.
Demi is nervous and worried. We have Jasmine sitting with Ollie.
Oh my God.
Standing up for her homegirl.
This is a girl's girl right here.
Because she's like, cut through the bullshit.
Do you like her or not?
And he's like, well, you know, this isn't really helping me. This is just putting more pressure. And she's like, if you feel it, you feel it. Yeah, it's really not that hard of a question.
Oh my God. Acting like that's pressure is so
really
gaslighty.
Yeah. And just offensive. I feel for Demi watching that. Yeah. You're putting too much pressure on me. It was a basic ass question. Are you attracted to her or not? Are you into her or not? Why are you struggling this hard to answer? Like, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Now, Demi, let's see. We have Demi saying to Ollie, what do you want? He says, I want to go home.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna,
they're just gonna be fighting, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good. Or Demi like fighting for something that just like isn't there. He's already checked out.
He's checked out. Yeah, he's done. Yeah.
Maria, she's feeling great with Tom. We see Tom and Natasha meet. I think everything will be fine there. Nicole and Benaya meet. We see that's coming up soon. Stephen and Sabrina meet with Stephen's friends, who seem very skeptical. They call this whole thing silly.
Yeah, because they're 40.
They're like, what the fuck is this? Sam, we see, meets Benaya. And he says to him, you're aware when she stayed at mine that she wanted to sleep with me, right?
Oh my God. No one believes you.
Right. Now you're just grasping for straws. Now you're just being dramatic and extra. And
yeah. And so what if she did?
So what if she did? And you don't want her anymore. She doesn't want you anymore. So what are you, what is this bitter Betty ass foolery that you're doing now? Like, just looking like a petty bitch. Like,
yeah.
Hey, we have Freddie saying to Catherine, legally, you're entitled to my money. And that's a concern for me.
Because of that funeral, niggas die every day.
It's one business that does not go out of business. Nope. It's the funeral business. And whatever Catherine is not trustworthy. He can feel himself. Let's see. Ollie and Demi saying I love you to each other. So that's confusing. Freddie's sister vocalizing her concerns over Catherine.
Concerns about Catherine,
We see Tom and Maria at the altar. I spotted Stephen and Sabrina at the altar as well.
Yep.
And then a lot of people in gowns and tuxes walking around. So, not sure how many weddings we're going to get this season. But
Ollie was in a suit, though. I was shocked.
I saw Ollie in the suit, too. Yeah. Nicole, I think I saw in a dress. So,
well, yeah, that doesn't shock me.
People are somehow making it there. Yeah.
She might marry somebody we never even saw. Aaron or something.
Or something. But yeah, that is the episode, my friends. Justine, what did we learn this episode? What was your question?
We learned
again?
Do not wear red lipstick on a first date. What is wrong with you, Maria? Girl.
At least not one that transfers in the way that yours did, girl. What the heck?
Girl, put some translucent powder over top of it like everybody does.
Yeah.
Crazy. Also, I just have a real quick question because the UK has been going through it also politically.
Oh, yeah.
We saw no political discourse at all during this entire thing, and I'm wondering if and when that's going to come up. Just saying.
Interesting. I don't know. Did we ever see that on Love is Blind?
We saw it with Jade, American Flag.
I was about to say, we actually did see. Yeah. Yeah.
But it took a couple seasons
to get them to that point. Yeah. And I guess with Bartice and Nancy, the whole abortion conversation.
Holy shit.
Never mind. They do get into it.
Yeah. I don't think the UK has as many like fundamental issues that creep into sociological issues the way that America does because they read. But we'll see. I'm just interested. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious.
That was it.
Okay, my question is, going on a marriage show not ready for marriage, a red flag? I think being skeptical on these shows is a sign that you're someone with your head kind of screwed on right.
Yeah.
And that could be seen as a green flag, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just annoying when there is that one person who's like, what? This ends in marriage? What do you mean? And that's Benaya, which is giving me red flag. Like, on one hand, I'm like, I get it. You have your head screwed on right. You understand this process is like fake and ridiculous. But also, you know what time it is. You know what you signed up for.
Right.
So I feel like him even revealing that almost, Nicole made her own decision, sure. But it did kind of push her closer to Sam because Sam was saying the thing. Sam came here with the same intention allegedly as her, which is to find a wife, get married, do the whole thing. And Benaya coming in just too little too late at the end, talking about, he is ready now and now I want to commit. It's like the whole thing is you came in not ready for marriage for a show that ends in marriage.
Right.
You, in the process of getting to know me, have now come to, and now you're ready. No, that's a red flag.
And probably a lie. And this show also ends in good marriages, so I don't know why you would be that skeptical.
And you know what time it is. You know what show this is.
And you know what you signed up for. Yeah, it's annoying.
I just don't understand the pods ends in an engagement. So were you just going to, like, you have to propose to get to the reveal, right? What was your intent? You were just going to hang out in the pod?
Hang out.
Just here on vibes? What is your intention in being here? It's so confusing. Like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm very curious. Let us know what you guys think on Benaya, Sam, obviously, what are your reads on them? Nicole, how she's moving, why she's moving in this way. Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
Yep.
But friend, this is fun. I'm so excited. It's Love is Blind season.
I know it's back.
It's back. I love it. Rate, review, subscribe. Join us on Patreon for more. Find us on Instagram and TikTok, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.